I love Nook. You know, I love Nook up to yet. So we'll, you know,
yeah,
I'm
like
just
when
pointing
you
out.
say Nook and Cranny, Nook bows very deeply and says, "I am one half of the infamous, the worldwide known traveling merchants of Nook and Cranny. I am a purveyor, no, a connoisseur of reclaimed goods. That's what I am right here. You are in the presence of gods."
He's gonna give Nook a really bored look and just be like, "So you're a thief?"
Oh,
That
God.
is slander, that is. Who did you hear that from? I have never stolen a thing in my life.
I don't believe you. You said reclaimed goods.
Craig's just looking at the ceiling.
Reclaimed.
Reclaimed from their previous owners who probably didn't know they were gone.
Dead. Long.
Oh, so you're a murderer and a thief?
I didn't kill nobody, alright? Reclaimed goods, second hand. That's what they are. You drop something on the ground, I'm gonna pick it up. That means it's mine. Reclaimed. That's the way it works down here in the Underdark. If you can't get on with that, Mrs. Purple Lady.
Can I step on it? Could I, in theory,
Yes,
lift my leg high enough?
He probably.
At this point, Craig's just going to come between the two.
He
I
probably.
think I'm like 3'6".
Yeah, he's probably.
Something like that,
3'6", yeah.
Is like waist height on you, Ignitia. Is about a little bit waist height, a little bit lower.
Drop kicking across the bar it is then.
You said you're infamous.
Oi.
I've never fucking heard of you.
Well, you've just never been to the right places then, have you, darling?
I've been travelling with Crex for about 25 years. I've never heard of you.
Ooh. Look at you! I live forever! I'm an elf, I have pointy ears and I like magic! How about that, eh? We can all say slanderous things. We can all make up lies. Although, what I said was kind of true, let's be honest.
I mean, I wasn't being slanderous, I wasn't lying. I was just saying I've never heard
Listen,
of you.
you need to talk to the right people. And if you can't talk to the right people, that's not my problem.
You're saying Crex isn't the right people?
Crex has heard of me. She knows me. We're tight.
For acquiring assets.
For putting things, small table, holding things at a reachable height.
I'm also good at that as well.
I'm gonna go to the bar and get a drink.
I'm gonna go with you.
That's how I like elves, walking away from me.
And Craig just kind of holds a hand up and just follows Jen to the bar. Just kind of like follows, like her gaze through it. You do know how to make an introduction, don't you, Nook?
Oh, you know me, Crix. I've never been one to go without a warm welcome.
How's your uncle doing? I've not seen him for a while.
Oh, right, yeah. Of course, you wouldn't have heard.
Never mind. Never mind.
That was quick.
We better get some drinks in, I guess.
To the bar. We'll raise one to your uncle. We've got a few to raise.
Yeah,
So just as they're coming to the bar, I'm like saying, not very subtly to Ignatia, that gnome's a right cunt. I don't like him.
Wow.
I've never really trusted people that are lower than like half my height. Crex only just.
Yeah, like...
Crex
I'm 5'2".
only just.
Holy shit, you're tall, what the fuck?
You know...
I know! I'm a tall dwarf! I find humour and irony in that.
What the fuck are you? Ain't no
Anyone-
small folk.
Anyone smaller than Crex, that there's just something just wrong. No one should be that small.
I mean, if you pick him up, I could probably kick him out the bar.
I would gladly do that.
I'm a bite-sized blessing, I am.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
fuck
dear.
me! Oh my god!
So the
so
two.
much-
So you talk to the two Durgar at the bar, and minor conversation between you. It's very bland. You get an expression. You've met dwarves before. By stereotype, they're very loud, very gregarious, they're very fucking serious when they want to be, but they're never dull to the point where after a certain amount of time of talking to them, it feels like your soul is being crushed because they are utterly fucking boring to talk to. The two women.
Southerners.
Yeah. the two women.
Nice.
The two women that you speak to are called Darthis and Welther. They belong to the same clan, and they seem to be the owners of this establishment. They charge you 2 gold each for a large tankard of some Durgar fucking spirit. Because that's all that they serve.
Who was it who owned the blessing, the Laggar's blessing?
Darthis and Welther.
Darthis and Walther.
Yeah, Darthis. She's got like it's kind of like her hair's looks so unkept. It kind of looks like a white afro. And Welther has like a hair so tight, so tightly pulled and in like some sort of top knot. Their features are very similar. As a non-Durgar, you have to spend a few moments looking at each of them in quite rapid succession to tell the minute differences between the pair of them. Apart from the hair.
Okay.
Is there anything else people want to ask them, or do you just grabbing your drinks and going back and sitting down and having a
that's what I'm doing.
chat?
Yeah, I'm just gonna take my drink and leave.
I'll,
Well, not leave, but go sit.
I'll inquire as to whether or not they need a bard.
I'll put my elbow up on table while stood up on a fucking stool or some shit. Because I'm apparently the fucking smallest thing ever.
I mean, you did pick gnome, and gnomes are small.
I at least thought
Go for
that
that height.
Alex would be on par. I didn't realise you were fucking 2 feet higher than me. What the fuck?
She's a
I'm
tall
technically
after
small
all.
folk, but you know.
Okay, so you ask them if your services would be required, and they flat out, very abruptly, refuse.
We've got the flashy thing.
Ah, I know, and I
heard
don't
her
want
play
to.
yet. She's a daban with a flute, she is.
Loots, not
Loots.
loots.
Shite, sorry.
It's alright. It's okay. I can play a flute too, I just don't have one.
So they seem very to the point, and they don't really care for awkward silences. So after a few moments of them going, no,
I'll just walk away.
you step away, and it's like, wow, that's wow.
I know, right? Wow.
Yeah,
That was so weird and awkward, wasn't it?
Nook, you've been here.
Not the weirdest.
You've been here a couple of days.
Yeah.
At this point, and you've seen some shit in your time. During your time here, it's up to this point you've never seen Durgar. You know of them. You know, you've talked to dwarves. You've met dwarves. So you know that Durgar have a notoriety about them. They are, by definition, evil dwarves. To the extent that they are very cold, they are very stoic. They only care about, as dwarves do, honor and making things.
Yeah.
However, being in the Underdark changed them so. So that's what, they tend to be called tainted dwarves for a reason. They are very judge, jury, and executioner when it comes to crimes. Because the Durgar have the innate ability to be invisible, it makes policing their settlements so fucking easy. And by their definition of honor, every Durgar is a guard to outsiders.
Shit.
So an outsider has to be very careful what they say and do, because there could be 2 to 20 eyes watching you at any point.
Right.
Especially out in the open. So you guys sat around talking, there could be a bunch of Durgar watching you and you wouldn't know.
Cool.
During your time, you were told by talking to some high elves that were down here passing through, that basically it is a very rare occurrence for any law to be broken. So minor crimes are dealt with harshly. Major crimes are the only crimes that are deliberated between the Jarls and the king himself. And those crimes tend to be when there's some conflict between each Jarl. So the crime that you witnessed was a outsider that was trying to tell a guard that the merchant sold him a breastplate that was inferior quality.
Right.
And on doing so, the said merchant took it upon himself to challenge him to a fight and his friends. And before anything could even start, they were butchered in the street.
Who, the merchant or the elf?
The elf. He was cut down in the street. The elf was a friend of the high elf that you were talking to, and he basically said that because you were surprised that he didn't intervene, and upon talking to him, he informed you that if he did intervene, there would have been another Durgar that would have intervened at the same time.
Yeah.
And it just would have escalated into an all-out fucking brawl. And because the Durgar side with their own, you're in a settlement that's probably got about 5,000 soldiers at any given point.
Right. Okay.
Across the bridges, is the southern part of the city, and only Durgar and approved people are allowed to cross, because in the other side of the city is where the Jarls and the king are, as well as clan bases and guilds. And you've heard the talk of a dragon, but you've never seen it at all.
A dragon?
Dragon?
Yeah.
Dragon where? Where dragon? Where's the dragon? Where's the dragon?
Oh god.
Where's the dragon?
Emmy, calm down.
Where's the dragon?
Yeah, you've heard that there's a dragon on the other side. He's you don't know the dragon by name, but apparently, from people that you've spoken to, this dragon basically is in a deal with a certain group of Durgar to keep the forges lit every day. That's part of his job, and he does this, and they give him tribute every day. So there's kind of a dual, they kind of like live in harmony sort of thing. But you've never seen it. You've heard it. You've heard the swoop of a huge creature glide across the city, but you've never seen it. To give context, like 100 feet above you outside, the smog accumulates. And you also know, and how much this you confer to the rest of the people, there is something called grackle lung that you need to be careful of, which is it's a disease that attaches to your lungs when you spend too much time outside.
Outside the city?
No, outside, just in the open.
Oh, just in the... Oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's not like a mist, but like there's definitely...
It's like miner's lung.
Yeah, there's like this residual trace in the air at like normal level, but it just goes up and then accumulates into this huge fucking smog cloud about 100 feet above the city. Because there's nowhere for the smoke to go from the forges, so it just lingers. It just lingers around.
So in underground 1840s Britain. Great, got you.
Basically,
Yay! Don't get black lung.
So I'm guessing we all like sit down with our drinks.
Yep.
Do you guys want to fill me on what the fuck's happened to you lot?
Yeah, I imagine we look like hell.
Yeah, like Nook would say. Well, you look like you've been through some wars.
Yeah, that's one way to say it. And I look at it from, raise my glass to absent friends
Oi.
To absent friends.
and toast.
Even more oi. So I guess...
Fans.
Yeah, I guess when a moment passes, Nook says, so, what have you lot been doing down here then?
Well, we got captured,
Right.
and then we escaped capture,
Oi.
and then we poorly decided to go into a tomb
A tomb, you say?
and against it, and I'm not even going to say the name of the place. We
Take
lost
your
one of
word
our
for
own
it,
in there.
Crooks.
We lost a good man in there.
He takes another swig of his drink.
And then we got out of there. We met the human, Artemis.
He's an elf.
Who? Look, if you're taller than me, you're all humans.
It has been like 4 weeks or some shit.
Sorry, Lee. This elf who tricked us into going into a fucking labyrinth that is responsible for two of our party looking like they have been through literal hell.
Is that so?
You don't look so great yourself, Crex.
Oh, I came out of that better than you. And then we lost another party member to something monstrous, and that's all I'm gonna say.
He takes another swig and says, well, you know me, Crix. I always like a good tale of a monster.
No. Sorry, Nook. Not today.
Well, maybe one day then, eh?
Oh, yeah. And she kind of chinks her drink against yours.
Yeah, in better times.
Alright, to health and fortune. Ours, of course.
And to our enemies, well, fuck them. They don't get shite. And he takes another drink.
Crex also takes a swig. So what about you? What are you doing down in this interesting locale voluntarily?
Well, you know, since Uncle Cranny died, I've just kind of been following his footsteps, really. He's got a long trail that I have to follow. This is just one of them. Look around, skulk about, put my ear to the ground, see if I hear out, don't hear out, and then I just fuck off. So it's always been Crex.
So it's a nice simple plan.
So, when are we going to get the fuck out of here?
That's a good question. I mean, we could do with restocking our supplies a little and taking a moment to not be being chased by something to eat us or kill us or kill each other.
Would I know of a shop nearby that would have potions and other like rations and shit, like a general store and then like an alchemy shop, like an apothecary?
You know that there is a trader in town that would facilitate those needs. The Durgar typically don't have like mages and stuff like that. The clerics tend to be few far in between, at best. So their comeuppance in that regard is why they allowed outsiders into this part of the city. Is to accommodate that need. So you do know of a trader in the city who is a human. He's a human male. He tends to be in his late years, probably about 18, 90. Tends to be very old, even though he tends to be. He appears to be. Even though he looks old, he seems to be physically fit. I mean, you've seen him carry large crates with ease. He doesn't seem to be bothered by it, but he clearly looks like he's in his 90s at least. He's only a few streets down. There's like a bazaar sort of like setup or a market of some description. Can you give me a persuasion check?
Okay. Okay. Oh, natural 18 plus 3, which is 21.
Sweet. So during your course of time here in general conversation, because you like to find out rumours, even though, rumours being what they are, they tend to have a smidge of truth about them. So they're always interesting to find out. So the rumour has it that there seems to be an increasingly... there seems to be a lot of demon attacks on settlements. That's occurrences, was non-existent a few months ago, but over the last 3 months or so, they've started to increase in duration as well as instances. The trade from Glackenslough to Blazington has become very treacherous, and as because of this, they have upped their need to have guards or mercenaries if they can't find guards willing to go. So Blazington is a Smurfeblin settlement that's about 4 days away on foot. That's the only sort of interesting rumour that you've heard whilst being here.
What was it? Was it due to banditry, or is it just because of the demon attacks that you were referencing earlier?
Just the demons attacks, really. I mean, talking to what Durgar class as outsiders, as well as the few Durgar that would actually talk to you, you get a feeling that until recently there's been no signs of like demons at all in the Underdark at all.
Right.
So they have no idea why or how these things have come about. It just seems to be one day there was fucking demons around.
That's not good. Okay. So I'll mention this to the party. I'll mention the fact that there's been demons lurking around, attacking settlements. Nothing here so far. But have I been hearing like increasing like amount of reports to say that there's an escalation rather than it's just a few things got it? Is there like a pattern that I noticed?
Yeah. There's been a